All right. I think we can get started for today. Are we audible for everybody? You can give a thumb up reaction in the meeting. Okay, perfect. All right. So thank you guys for joining today. I'm Rachel, and
This is Ethan.
and we have our product director Jay here with us. So for today's webinar, Jenna, we're gonna go through the most frequently asked questions recently we've received, either from our community or our ticket system, and then it's gonna be a open QA session for you guys. So, Ethan, do you want to go over the list?
Sure, yeah. It's like the agendas shows for the FAQs we have received for recently, and we just go into the questions directly, right?
Yeah, and you guys can feel free to leave in the. Do we have a comment area?
Yeah, I think, or they can just raise their hands up
Yeah.
if they wanna.
Feel free to interrupt anytime you want.
Yeah,
Right?
just raise your hand, and if you want to go into details for the questions, and we will see you, and we will stop and answer your questions directly. All right. Okay. So the first question on the list is, why is my DC flashing red after the firmware update?
Yeah, we've been getting a lot of similar feedbacks for the DC flashing red after the firmware update. So the thing is, if you have not initialized your data center before, say it is your very first time to set up the data center, and after the DC is updated to the latest firmware and started to flashing red, and that's completely normal. So the thing you have to do is to either go through the setup process step by step, or go through the reinstall data center in the app, and that would solve the issues basically 100% every time. But if you have already initialized your data center, meaning that you have sent Yarbo to a work plan before, and after firmware update, your DC started flashing red, then that's something abnormal happening at that moment. So there are a lot of root cause to that issue. So if you are facing that issue, we will recommend you contact support directly so we can find the specific reason to your case. All right.
Right. Okay, and the second question on the list is, what is the difference between a RTK antennas high mount or a low mount?
Okay.
What's the difference?
Okay, so for this, I think we owe you guys an apology, because in the user manual, it's very confusing as we say like install the lower, the shorter antennas, right? Okay, so I have the long antennas right here with me. So this is one you guys receive, and this is the long antenna that is used for the winter, so the snow will not like start build up on top of it, affecting the signal. But in the summertime, you can switch it to the lower antenna, and the lower antenna is actually just the antenna without the high mount. So if you want to use the lower antenna, simply place this on the lower mount on the rover. So yep.
Yeah.
So actually just two actual antennas on for the rover.
So yeah, just to clarify, only this part, this little bar, is the RTK antenna, and that's it.
This
And
is just a mount.
That's a mount. That's a mount. Yeah. And by saying switching high mount or low mount, we just mean switching between these two, right? And this little bar, the RTK antenna, is all the same for your data center, for your rover, and this is universal one, right? Okay.
Okay.
All right. Next question on the list. How do I turn off Yarbo for the 2024 version?
Yep. So for the 2024 version, I think it's more towards a security feature. So currently you cannot turn off Yarbo from pressing the power button on the rear part. If you long press it, it will enable Yarbo to the repairing stage with the Bluetooth. So the reason behind this design is when your Yarbo is out of your property, we don't want anybody to easily turn the Yarbo off. So in that way, Yarbo, the 4G module can constantly supporting the Yarbo's RDK module. So in that way, you will be able to track Yarbo's location whenever it is. So that's for safety consideration. And for now, if you want to shut up Yarbo, just go to the app and scroll down to the safety settings. And I think it's the column at the bottom section. You can find the shutdown my Yarbo right there. Ethan, can you share the screen with everybody?
I think not at the moment. It's oh yeah, I can do that.
Okay, we're gonna the Okay, I have a question from Dial. I'll share the screen. Okay.
Right. I think everybody can see my screen, right? So yeah, I'll fix it. I'll fix this connection real quick. I think the Yarbo was turned off in front of our office, but yeah. But I can show you where the
Safety settings.
turn off Yarbo is. So with the latest phone app update, it's actually right in the safety settings now. Right, you click safety settings and you have shut down Yarbo or restart Yarbo systems. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Can we continue?
Yep.
Did we have a question
Yes. Let me
popped up
see.
in the chat?
Yeah, we have a question from Dial. How can the wait, sorry. How can the Yarbo community influence the roadmap? It seems like we're not really included and new products are announced, and perhaps we may recommend others to prioritize.
Okay, I think we can get to this question later with Jay, our
Mhm.
product director, right? So we'll be discussing our roadmaps afterwards, right?
For
Okay,
next year.
so moving on to the next question: how to play music with Yarbo 2024?
Yeah. To play music with Yarbo, simply long press the power button, and the rear part will have the blue light flashing, and that will enable Yarbo to the Bluetooth pairing mode. So just turn on your phone and open the Bluetooth settings, and you will find Yarbo music in it. And once connected, Yarbo will just become a portable speaker for you.
All right. Okay, next question is a big one. Here comes the big one, right? So why does my GPS icon grace out? And why is my map drifted? And why does Yarbo go out of boundary sometimes?
Mm.
All right.
So for the first one, the article grayed out. You think want to delve into this?
Yeah, just let me share my screen again.
Okay. Yeah, we want to share with you guys the Yarbo diagnose page. Okay.
There we go. Screen. Again, this is a little bit advanced for the technology, and I will try to be simple as possible, right?
Mhm.
Explain it as simple as possible. Okay. All right. So when your Yarbo's GPS icon is grayed out, there's like two possible causes, right? The first one is the rover itself is located at a place where it's weak GPS signal receptions, right? Or maybe it's physically the RTK antenna is malfunctioning. So there's that. The GPS itself is not getting into the rover, right? Okay, so to detect that, we can go into the app diagnosis page, and we can check the satellite numbers, right? And if your Yarbo is, let's say, driving near the garage or under trees or some location that has a weak GPS signals, right? You will see the satellites or the L2 satellites drop below, let's say, to lower than 10. And that will not be a stable and strong GPS signal. So in that case, your Yarbo's GPS signal, GPS icon will gray out, right? So, and then moving on to the second root cause. After we go into the app diagnosis page, we can see what type of connection Yarbo is currently using, right? So we know that Yarbo has the data stream for the RTK data. There's Ntrip, which is the public network, and we have the local network, right? So if we are going onto the internet with the Ntrip network, and the connection will be 2, listed 2 here, right? So the first thing with the connection 2 is your data center needs to be connected to the internet. So that is essential for our N-trip connection. And then Yarbo will use Halo to transmit the RTK correction data from the data center to the rover, right? That ensures us a stable connection. And then sometimes, due to a network fluctuation or your rover went out of the no, I couldn't say that. So basically, network fluctuation, right? The RTK data get out of the N-trip server. It will be switching to local network, which is also using Halo, right? But the thing is, we are not going onto the public networks anymore. We're just using local network, right? So the RTK data is still streaming from the data center to the rover through Halo, but the connection here will be 3, right? So that's the local network. And during this transition between the N-trip and the local network, there will be about 30 seconds to 60 seconds time window for the switching, right? So if that happens due to a network fluctuation, again, you will see the GPS icon grayed out for like 30 seconds or a minute. So that's another possible cause of it.
I can add something.
Definitely,
Yeah, I can add something to when you guys read about this page. The first things you can take a look is status. Status equal to 4, always green. Always green. Except one exception is adjust angle. Adjust angle is meaning Yarbo is initialized to get the satellite data from when Yarbo is power on or the data center is power on. So when adjust angle is to 0, and at the same time status is equal to 4, so now you're in home page, the green button, the GPS button should be green. And the simple things, another thing is data latency. Data latency is meaning it's a way to indicate how the communication the better signal or bad signal. So when the data latency is raising from 2, 3 until 15, it is until 15, above 15, like 16 or 20 or 100, then your status will become 2. So that means something happened, some bad happened between the communication between Halo, your from the data center to your rover. So the 3 things, keeping in mind, status is equal to 4, as at the same time, just angle is to 0, and the data latency maintained below 15, then you will get the
We definitely get a green
GPS icon.
Yeah.
And the most important thing, you can tell the heading knob is dynamic, is 0.8, something like that. Sometimes if you park the Yarbo nearby your garage, the heading knob may be over than 2, maybe over than 3. So if the heading knob is below to 2, the adjust angle will become to 0. If it is above to 2, at the same time, you just power on the Yarbo, the adjust angle could be -1.
Yes.
So it's the Yarbo rover is
initializing.
It's initializing, try to get more data, more satellite data. If you see this happen, just try to move the Yarbo in open space to get more data and to drive back. Then everything will be good. So this is a simple thing you can check from your diagnosis page.
Yep. So that's also, I want to mention how some of our users are installing their docking station near the garage or under the buildings, right? And so before we do that, we really recommend you to drive your Yarbo to that location where you want to install the docking station, right? And then go check the HDOP number, and to see if it is a great place for where you want to
So
mount
below
your,
2 is the
yeah,
more optimum
yeah,
Yeah.
number for it.
definitely,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
And then to add on to that, we have this L2. This is a satellite we will be using. So this is also indicating the satellites, a type of satellites, right? Frequency.
Yeah.
So this number, normally it should be above 15 for um, stable and strong GPS signals. And again, there's another reference for you where you wanna, install your docking station, or you wanna map off your working areas, right? Okay, I
But
think,
yeah, below 10 you can use the Yarbo as well.
Yeah.
There's no problem. The better,
The more the better.
The more the better. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then because some of the users are asking, I have a high satellites numbers, but after we go into it, we check the L2 frequency, and again, it's only like 10, somewhere around 10, right?
Yeah, if your data latency is above to 15, just take a look with your data center. Is if it's solid screen, this is one thing. The second, check this connection, Halo connection. Could you scroll down a little bit?
Yes.
Yeah, check the Halo connection. This is false, and if it is false and the signal is 0, is mean the Halo is not connection properly. So so now maybe for now, for current usage, our Halo is not connecting. The local network is not connecting, but thanks we have an encrypted server. So if Yarbo connect to the internet with 4G or Wi-Fi, so this connection could be 2. So still you can get more GPS, get a strong GPS. And meanwhile, we found a bug from our encrypted server. So you could see in previous firmware, you can see a network flexion. This bug. So we're gonna fix this bug as soon as possible. So
We already fixed it.
Oh, we already fixed this. We already
latest
fixed
firmware.
one, yeah. But another one, we need to update the data center. But
Okay.
for this firmware update, we didn't push the firmware for the data center. So combined with that, I'm sure our GPS issue will more and more less.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Resolve them.
Yep.
Definitely.
Okay. I think we have 2 questions coming in the meeting. One from Patrick. So in the case of the GPS problems introduced in the latest update, what is the plan? My rover is reporting itself 2 feet north of the docking station where it's currently charging. Do I need to remake my map, or will the next patch fix it? If I remake my map, what happens when you issue another GPS update? So you mentioned we're gonna update the data center, right?
Yeah, we're
So
gonna.
for that update, do our users need to
No
redraw
need.
the map?
You don't need redraw the map. Just take a look for the latest data center firmware. We're gonna update that data center firmware in this week. So yeah, take a look at that.
Okay. So we're gonna have another update deployed to you guys for this week for the data center update, and you don't need to remake the map for it. And next question from Dial. How does Yarbo adjust when it gets closer to the house and have less satellites to ensure its proximity? Since the values will change as it moves around, the values may dip below from time to time, right? Does it air out right away, etc.? So I think this question is related to our fusion algorithm.
Yeah. So we'll take a look at this heading up here. Just the Ethan is showing for us. So when it's below 2.2, and it's below 2.2, our Yarbo will rely on more using IMU and camera and odometry to do the docking like a charging process. Meanwhile, for the road planning session, we're still using rely on this heading dot. This indicates we rely on RTK more or rely on other sensor more. But anyway, we like fusion all the data in one algorithm. So depends on this one. I think nearby the house, nearby the garage, it doesn't matter. This is another thing I have to mention because different module have a different strategy for that. For the snowblower modules, it takes 3 to 5 seconds to rely on other odometry or other sensors. But other than this second, like more than 5 seconds, then we have to wait RTK recovery, but because the snowball modules is more dangerous than other modules. So for the other module, like lawn mower modules in the leaf blower module or sand module, it takes 1 minute. So you have 1 minute to Yarbo can continue working to wait our GPS to recovery. So in the near future plan, we will more rely on the camera. So for the reason why if we not rely on more camera data because we try to collect more corner case from our customers' feedback. So camera definitely will help to solve the issue in near future. So this is basically for this question.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Can we move on to the next one?
Yep.
So
I think
regarding the
we didn't answer the map drift
map
issue.
drift.
Map drift.
Out
Okay.
of a boundary issue.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
map drift.
I think we covered some of the points for the previous question. So for map drift, I think there are two main causes to that. So what the first one is you never successfully initialize the data center. So
Yep.
as you can see in the screenshot, under the RTK and under the rover, there's a mode, right? So if the mode is false, it definitely indicates that you have never successfully initialized the data center. So when we say initializing data center, we mean Yarbo have remembered the reference point, the reference location in the rover. So if this is false, it's highly possible that like your Yarbo will never get the correct correction data from data center.
But you have to make to remember to refresh this page
Mhm.
to double check. So sometimes it's false because the data latency. So the page is loading.
Okay.
Maybe it causes a bug,
Okay.
but refresh a couple of times to double check the mode is false or true. There's a false. Maybe the high possibility you not data initialize, data center initialize. So yep.
So go through the reinstall data center.
Yep.
Processing the app will resolve the issue.
Yep.
And another thing I think we noticed from some of our users' feedback is when Yarbo is parking on the docking station, you can see a slight drift on the map. Like Yarbo is charging on the docking station, but on the map is slightly drifting on the app. So the reason for that, I think Jay have just mentioned, because Yarbo used a fusion algorithm for precise positioning. So if your docking station does not have a optimum RTK signal, and when Yarbo goes back and charging on it, the RTK might drop to 3 or 2. And at that moment, Yarbo will rely more on the odometry and the IMU. And that might be causing that slightly difference on the discrepancy on the map locations on the app.
Yes.
But once you send Yarbo back to the work plan and Yarbo re-enters to a location with better RTK, then the algorithm will prioritize the RTK instead of the old odometry or the IMU, and Yarbo will go back to the more precise positioning. So if that's the case, you don't have to worry about it, because once Yarbo go back to the auto plan, it will automatically adjust its positioning.
Yeah, and there is another possibility for out of a boundary. When Yarbo is out of stock, doing the out of stock algorithm. So especially Yarbo stock somewhere, especially there is a thick snow and stock, and Yarbo gonna try to out of stock. So now the algorithm for now is Yarbo gonna go back a little bit. For some corner case, I think we may not cover that corner case when it's back a little bit, back
A lot more.
a lot more because when we try to um, implement this algorithm, try to take the time to account, like back up 2 seconds. For that 2 seconds, we don't know what happened because maybe some this track slip more. Maybe Yabo is on the slope without boundary. This is one thing. For the snowblower modules algorithms, it's gonna start out of boundary. It's the application you can check from the page home page. Yabo is out of boundary. We drive the Yabo go back to the working area to restart again. But for the long mobile module, we have another strategy. If Yabo out of boundary and Yabo will go around from that boundary and go inside. So for long mobile, because it's less dangerous, so we give Yabo more space to adjust itself. So this is one thing different between long mobile modules and snowball modules. This is another things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we have a couple more questions in the comment area. A question from Dial. Got it. Thank you. That makes a lot of sense. That aligns with what I experienced with the S1. So this is the question related to getting closer to the house. And next question from Patrick. There's a lot of confusion in community with regard to the Yarbo Core 2024 uses one network, for example, Halo, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. Can you please elaborate on what communications modes are used when? So what kind of communications is Yarbo using?
Let me try to
Yeah, you can answer.
bring up this little diagram I made earlier. So hopefully we can get things straight out. Okay, so again, talking about the data streaming, right? In the first, we have the RTCM data, which is referring to all the GPS, all the RDK data, and then we have all the Yarbo command and status data. So there are two types of data, right? And let's focus on the RTCM first, which is the RDK, right? Okay, so going to the RTCM data, the first prerequisite for the Ntrip is the data center has internet connection, which obviously you need to have internet connection for the data center because you have your Ethernet cables connected to your router, and that provides a stable connection from your home network to your data center, right? So that's the prerequisite. And as long as your home network is stable, the data center will go on to the public Ntrip server, right? And then how does rover get the infos down? How does rover get the data? There's three ways for the rovers to receive the RTCM data or the RDK data from the public Ntrip server, right? The first, which we always prioritize, and it's the Wi-Fi Halo. So that's the stable connection for the rover and the data center. So okay, so the rover will receive the RTCM data from the Wi-Fi Halo, and if that is down, let's say the Yarbo is moving out of the what is called out of the Halo coverage, right? It's like 1,000 meters away from the data center. I will try to switch to the next two options. So first, of course, the home Wi-Fi, and if that doesn't work, it will go on 4G, right? So this is the Ntrip connection for the RTCM. Okay, now let's say we don't have that prerequisite anymore. Your data center is down. It's offline, right? The Ethernet cable is broken, maybe, right? The Ethernet cable or your home router is broken. There's no internet connection for the data center. We will then switch to the local network, right? How does rover get the data from the local network? Obviously, we only have the Wi-Fi halo now. The Wi-Fi halo is the building. I think, do we have it? Yeah. So this is not relying on your home Wi-Fi setup, not relying on the 4Gs, and it's its own system, right? So it's 200 meters to 1,000 meters coverage, and with that, it's always a stable connection, and then it will receive the RTCM data from the local network, right? Even though your data center is offline.
Yeah, but for currently we switch between entry communication, the RTCM data to local network. Just take time. It's taking 16 seconds. For in the future design, some of you guys for the roadmap for that, we try to make this switch time less 10 second, less 5 second. So this is a future plan to make sure that your RTK is always stable, even if it's switching.
Yep. So that's why in the previous firmware versions, there's like a pop-up notification saying that network fluctuating. That means your data center is going offline. The data center internet connection is down, but you're still able to run the auto plan. That means it took 60 seconds switching between public entry to a local network, right? The data center is down, it's offline, but it can still run. Okay.
Yeah, but network fluctuates is a bug actually.
Yeah, we fixed that.
We're gonna fix that.
Yeah.
We fix that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then going down, we have the Yarbo status and command. This is like how I make it simple for us, right? And basically, you're out of your house, you're at your office, you are away from your house, and you just pick up your phone and check the Yarbo app, and you can see Yarbo's battery status. You can see Yarbo's all the settings. So that's a different data stream, right? For that to work, your phone device needs to have a public internet, of course, right? Obviously. And how does it communicate to your rovers then? Again, your rover needs to, your DC head needs to have internet connection, and then the Wi-Fi halo brings that data to the rover.
Yep.
Right.
So you can I think it's like your rover is using the Wi-Fi halo as a ride to ride on to the internet.
Yes.
Can we say it that way?
Say that.
Yep.
And then if that doesn't work, again, you will switch to the home Wi-Fi. If that doesn't work, 4G, right?
Yep.
So this is for the all the Yarbo status and all the commands you send to Yarbo. So there's a different data stream. And then the second thing is Bluetooth, obviously, right? When you get getting closer to the rover within 10 meters, it will switch to the Bluetooth connection directly. So yeah, simple as that. And we'll just leave the local network connections away, right? Because so not to confuse everybody. Yeah.
So as the best approach for using the Yarbo, if your yard or your driveway is small driveway, is not long driveway, using the local network is perfect. Using the Bluetooth, using 4G. You don't need using 4G. Using Bluetooth with the local network, perfect, stable. But if you have a long driveway, especially when you're mapping your area, is your Yarbo is over than a Wi-Fi halo coverage. Turn on the 4G.
Yep.
Turn on the 4G can solve the issue. So the Yarbo will automatically switch to 4G when its halo signal is down. It's down a little bit. So turn on the 4G to make sure the Yarbo can work
out of the halo coverage.
Yep.
For a better coverage.
Yep.
All right. So if you guys have any questions on the connection methods, please leave in the comment area. And let's move forward to Nate. Stereo, video, or PDF making the work areas pathways, etc. I think we all the because we recently for the latest version we've enhanced the whole mapping sections in the app. So we are recreating all the tutorials for them, and I think most of the mapping tutorials will be up to YouTube by the end of this week. So please stay tuned, and we will also share within our community when these tutorials are online. And next question from John. I agree with Nate. Difference between the single map and work areas is confusing. All right, we can go through the map and work area.
Work plans.
Work plans, yep.
Yeah. So basically, you can add as many areas as you want. And however, if you want them to run, right, you need to create a work plan right here. Okay, let's say that I have already mapped it. I have 2 areas, I have a pathway, I have a docking station ready, I have no-go zone ready, and now I want to make those areas start working. Right? I click, I go to the map and I click here, this work plan, and then I'll start a new work plan. Just adding working plan, right? And then I will select all the areas I want Yarbo to run, and I will click this check mark. And that's how you create a new work plan with the designated areas you want. Right? So
Basically, the area build the work plan.
Yeah.
You need to you need to have the area first,
Yeah.
and then sidewalk first, pathway, and then you can build a work plan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
So it can be your,
I
yep.
can make this work plan only contains one area. I can make it contains both area, and then just give it a plan for like testing. Right. And there we go. We have this work area ready, and you can just run it from here or going back to the main page, and we can switch to the work plans you want. Right, and then you can get it going.
Okay.
All right.
Yep. Okay. Next questions from Dao. What is Yarbo doing to prevent the types of firmware issues we encountered? Regression testing, friendly user testers before rollout, etc. I don't want to suggest we slow down how quickly the firmware comes out, as there are important fixes, improvements, etc. needed. But the quality of the firmware releases has impacted the users from using most, if not all of the automation or of the solution. How can we prevent or mitigate this? Enable reverting to a previous firmware?
Yeah. So for current development process, we have a super fast like a sprint. We call it development sprint. Agile development. We have a 2 weeks sprint for release firmware. So each firmware update, we for now I actually we can tell you we found major bugs. At each sprint we found major bugs. We have to hotfix. So for regression tests, I agree. For the other like hardware application firmware test, I totally agree with that. But yeah, we have to import autonomous testing, especially for our firmware. For now, we build up the virtual testing environment. For now, we actually can do autonomous tests for now. In previous, for our development process, we actually using a real machine for testing. That is low efficiency. For the future plan, we're gonna rely on more the
virtual testing.
Yeah, virtual testing.
So like more scenarios, more corner cases can be covered.
Yeah, we're gonna running a couple of thousands of map to testing if it's out of boundary. For previous, we just can test the some map one by one, so it's very low efficiency. So I think it's good answer for you. for this.
Yeah, I think brought up a great point
Yeah.
because I also noticed like we have a lot of we have a very fast development and we have the huge major firmware update every 2 weeks.
Yep.
Once every 2 weeks, and also between the update we also have the hot fixes going on all the time. And yeah, and I think Jay mentioned this. Um, all of our currently the testings are conducted by our colleagues like in the fields,
Yeah.
and also by our PvP users, our product pioneers, but those are definitely not enough. So for in the future we're going to use the virtual testing thing.
Yeah, because there's too many scenarios. The reason why we need the real unit for real Yarbo for test, because we have to catch the snowstorm.
Uh-huh.
Each winter the snowstorm season day is less than we expect. So we have to catch that snowstorm. So we have to fly to the north of China, north of the somewhere in US to do a one test. This is crucial things for us. So for the software and the hardware and the mechanical test, we don't have enough time. So we have to rely on the virtual things in the near future. Yeah, maybe a couple of months. This system gonna be established. Yep.
Okay. All right. Next question from John. Very helpful. So given the Halo to Wi-Fi to 4G, is it a good idea to configure home Wi-Fi in the rover? From what you said, Yarbo will not use or maybe iffy home Wi-Fi if Halo is strong. Is that correct? So should we suggest our users to configure Yarbo to their home Wi-Fi?
Yeah, I'm pretty, because different customer house have a different router setting. So we still rely on using our Halo as a higher priority.
Yeah, because I feel like if your Halo can cover that area,
Yeah.
yeah, you're like, I mean, if your Yarbo is out of the Halo area, it's highly possible it's out of your home Wi-Fi coverage as well.
Yeah.
So it's better to rely on the Halo
Yep.
Halo Wi-Fi.
Yep.
But it's definitely more would suggest you to turn on the 4G just in case the your home Wi-Fi is temporarily down.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically he just asking, is this a good idea to use Wi-Fi as a backup? I think it's fine if you want to turn it up. And going again to another feedbacks here, some suggested turning off your home Wi-Fi for reliability. That's something we're gonna fix. Right? We are already onto fixing. It's like a what is it called?
Conflicts.
Just if you turn off the Wi-Fi, it's less the switch time.
Yeah.
When you're switching, you're switching Halo between Wi-Fi, it takes time to switching GPS data, because in that switching time, maybe the GPS are lost.
Okay. So
so it's better from switching to Halo Wi-Fi to Halo local network than switching from Halo Wi-Fi to your home Wi-Fi.
So
is that the case?
I think some posters suggesting is a good point.
No, what is it? What is a quick answer? Yes or no? Do I need to assign a home Wi-Fi to my rover?
For current firmware, I don't suggest.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you have it.
Yeah, but if you want us to diagnose what's going on, better using home Wi-Fi to connect, because sometimes maybe your Halo is not connected, but as well, meantime you don't have the 4G. So we only can remote diagnose your Yarbo only using Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
So
So in case of after sales,
for daily operations, not at the moment, but in the future we will resolve it. Right? Not at the moment. Do not assign your home Wi-Fi. And then if you have after sale issues, assign the Wi-Fi. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. This question, Patrick, thank you. That is much more clear. Thank you, Patrick. And next question from Dial. Fast is good, but a minimum quality standard is essential. I completely agree with you. Yep. There's only so much regression you can do automate. I do think the reverting firmware releases is flexibility that's truly needed here. That's my feedback. So before we can have like qualified quality um, assurance firmware released, will we be able to get the feature to roll back to the previous firmware?
Yeah, it's doable. I think for software engineer side, I think it's doable. It's not
Oh,
not
but the thing is, if you update your app
um
and if you get to the previous firmware, they might not be compatible.
yeah
Right.
yeah
Yeah.
yeah. Other than you can do the app downgrade.
Downgrade the app. Can we downgrade the
Is that
app?
something?
I
Um,
don't think it's feasible.
it could happen because if some customer really want that feature, we can
Okay.
do.
But I think the better way is to we make sure every firmware release have the quality standard,
Yes.
meet the quality standard instead of rolling back to the
Exactly.
previous firmware. So that's a very great point, and honestly, we've been discussing about this within our team, with our testing team and our R&D team as well. And in the future, for our next firmware, we're gonna do things about it.
Yep.
Right?
Okay.
And next question from Leonard. Does Yarbo monitor the Facebook groups for the use cases and corner cases we encounter, plus other items we post like hints or here's how it works, make note and use the information for improvement? Of course.
Mm.
We have a huge what do you say it, like the VOC file,
Yep.
and we record your questions and we characterize them, and we also leave a records of what our colleagues have replied to you in our huge database.
Can I show
And
this? I don't think I can
no,
show
you-
this. I'm just
and
gonna, yeah.
and within all the feedbacks you guys have, we gonna filter it for the first round. So say if it is a feedback regarding an app UI, like you wanted
Yes.
this pop-up window, the pop-up message to be more, I don't know, like make sense,
Yeah.
and we will give that feedback to our product team. And our product team, by the end of the day, actually we have a little whiteboard on the in our office. We wrote down all the feedback you guys have, and they will let us know like if this feedback have been heard or have been scheduled to the next sprint. So that's
Yep.
how we keep track of all the feedbacks you guys have.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So when-
personally, I read your comments, doubts every single day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Your
do.
age group.
Always.
Yes, and the thing is, I think we've discussed about this with a couple of our product pioneers members as well. So we know there are the high priorities things to do, right? The RTK, the more stable connectivity for Yarbo, but also at the meantime, we don't see the less critical or less priority feedback as not important. So we would keep all of them on the track on our file, so we will be able to, not if not now, but in the future, we want to
Yes.
get to that and fix it for you guys.
Yep.
Because those are the first-hand user feedback. They're incredibly valuable for us.
Yep. So when one of our, I think, what's it called, manager of the Facebook
Uh-huh.
communities, answers. Okay, so thank you for our feedbacks. It's been uh, delivered to the product team.
Mhm.
We mean it, right? We
Yeah,
actually
let's
did.
do it
So
to Jay. All right.
it's just going directly from our feedback list. I see this first. The most recent one is from Amin.
Mhm.
He's requesting Yarbo to raise up the algorithm a little bit when redocking, so that it doesn't dig into his gravel driveway. So yeah, we hear you. We have recorded everything. Yep.
Okay. Perfect. Next question from Everett. What is the average? What is the general turnaround time from order to delivery? I think currently for current cell, what- I think for the snowblower, really depends on where you are and what you order. And if you want to get a precise timeline, you can just go to the Yarbo website and click whatever you want to get. And in the checkout page, there's a little section, and tells you what exactly the expected delivery date for you. But for now, I think all the orders will be after mid-January, because we're still fulfilling our current orders. And is there a maximum distance that the coax cable can run from the router to the data center? I think the one we provided to you guys is 30
30
meters. But
for the POE is 100 meters.
100 meters.
Yeah,
That's the maximum
for the
distance.
POE.
But actually, the shorter the cable is, the better transmission will be, right? We actually do
For
not
the
recommend.
internet, I don't think so.
For internet?
No.
For a
Ethernet.
cable? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So 100 meters for the maximum distance.
Well, I mean, he can extend that by adding more like POE injectors.
Oh,
just
okay.
Extend
For
that.
infinite distance.
Yeah.
Wait.
with infinite POE injectors.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. And next question from Dial. The knowledge database doesn't seem to be updated with all the questions and answers. No, you're correct. So I think for the knowledge base, we're going to update. I think we should summarize the topics we have discussed today, because
Yeah.
those are the questions coming from directly from the users, and we can summarize them into the articles or tutorials and upload them to the knowledge base.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. And next question from Patrick. It's running on Ethernet,
Yeah.
100 meters. Yep, you're 100% correct. And thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Okie doke.
We can move
Heading
on
on
to
to the next question.
our list. Excuse me. Okay, so the next question on our list is the internal cables and variants of the Yarbo Core being
Yeah, all right.
exposed.
Yep. So we've been getting a lot of. Honestly, the first time when we see it, we didn't understand as well. But our mechanical engineering team have reassured us that all the inner components and the wirings have been securely sealed with epoxy resin. I think that's the correct pronunciation for it. And have gone through rigorous testings against fog, water, or ice. And also the reason why for this is for this design is for the inner part of the Yarbo Core to be more accessible, so making the servicing and repairing more convenient. And we know, like, seeing the wiring and the lightning might feel anxious for some of the users. So we are actually developing a board to be installed between the connection part, but this is still under development. So we will make an official announcement in our community once this is finalized. But
Yeah,
honestly,
so that's not
that's
necessary.
not necessary at all for you guys.
Just
So
for the look.
yep, right. And next question from franchise. Seems current firmware could cause GPS issue. I'm going to receive the 2024 today. Should I wait until new firmware release to set up? Otherwise, may I need to redraw the maps? The current firmware, users firmware. Well, I think we did get several feedbacks for yesterday's firmware update causing GPS issues, and most of them are resolved by rebooting the data center and Yarbo, and the GPS came back. And we actually haven't got any feedback from R&D regarding this issue. We don't know if the root cause is related to the firmware update yesterday. So I don't think you need to be worried about that. I think you can just do the regular setup and firmware update as usual, and it shouldn't be a major impact on the GPS.
Yeah, just user friendly things. It's not impact your. You don't need to map your area again.
Yeah,
so
and
I don't think so.
yes, and once you initialize your data center, you wouldn't need to remap in the future. Yep. Okay.
It's not a major issue. It's just a user friendly issue.
User friendly issue.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. What? Oh, one more question from Leonard. There's discussion on Facebook about leaving Yarbo outside in snow or rain. Folks are concerned about water getting in critters, etc. I'm concerned about direct sun and heat in the summertime, where reassurance can give people with these concerns. So for the hardware, yeah, Jay, you want to dive into this?
Yeah, I think there's no problem no matter in summer day or winter day. I think because our product quality is ensure Yarbo can running or put outside from -25 degree to 45 degree
Celsius.
So, yeah, Celsius. So this is no problem you put outside.
And I think when our engineering designing all the components for Yarbo for the hardware side, they're aiming to have a 10-year durability for Yarbo
Lifetime.
for
Yes.
lifetime. Yes, and for the direct sunlight, I think for the 2024 version, all the frames are UV protected.
Yep.
And the most direct assurance is the 2-year warranty you got,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
And okay, let's now talk about the extent
Hmm.
for
Okay.
now, right?
Yeah.
But maybe for later.
Mhm.
Okay, so next question going down the list is the same question. The sun is wiggling when installed.
Yes.
So the smart assistant module is kind of a bit wiggling.
Only two shafts are intact.
Yep.
With the smart system module. So that's designed that way as well.
Mhm.
So majorly for a easy reinstallation and for the vibration absorption.
Yep.
So no, don't worry about it. It's just the way it is.
Okay, so next question is a big one again.
Yeah.
A lot of concerns about this, right?
Yes.
No obstacle avoidance features on the snowblower module and the SAM.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Raise a hand if you have the same complaints.
Me.
Yeah, we do, and I know we do not release this feature of our customer since we are doing real scenario test in different location for now, and for the reason behind that, because your car on your driveway, the property you're gonna on the driveway is your car. So this is a valuable things for your house.
Yes.
So we don't want Yarbo to crash your car. So that is one thing. So we try to make this thing a little bit slowed down to make it more stable and reliable. That this feature just not like the other feature. It's not quick springs to iterate during smoke test. We have to be cautious for this feature. So especially for
With the auger on.
yeah, or with auger on, especially with your car, with your human, with other um, the
Valuable
people,
stuff.
yeah,
on the
valuable stuff.
driveway.
So we do not recommend using this feature because some people were using that. If we release this for tomorrow, some people were gonna use that. Some maybe cause the more serious issue for that. So for now, just using no-go zone, we have a application section. You can draw a template for the no-go zone, just like your car, for temporary solution.
Hmm.
But because we have 2 weeks sprint, um, 1 month we have a 2 sprint to try to have a demo release, and another release gonna be in before before February. So before the winter times, we're gonna release this feature. But
So before February.
yeah, before February.
Okay.
For the next month, we have a demo feature.
Mhm.
We're gonna release. So no worry about. The difficult part is the camera. When the snow blowing, the camera will see some snowing on the top of the camera. So it's causing the Yarbo get confused sometimes. Because raining and snowing, because this technology is the first technology in the snow cleaning area. But for the lawnmower parts, lawnmower module, we definitely have this feature.
Yes.
Why it's not snowblower modules? Because some corner cases happen. Yeah,
Mhm.
especially dry snow, the wet snow, different snow. So we are still on testing stage.
Yep.
Okay. Yes, and Ethan and I we have been closely following up with Jay on this
Yeah,
feature, and
yeah.
and we know that our R&D team have been developing this for each spring, but unfortunately it has not been
Still.
successfully approved based on our own testings as yet. But I think the time I've been pushing Jay to give us a like a reliable timeline for this.
Yeah,
So
I'm so sorry about this
Mhm.
feature and not released on time. The target schedule for this feature is supposed to be this month, but unfortunately something happened. Some corner has happened. I have to consider. Um,
on this on the
yeah,
feature.
I have to consider to
Okay.
not release it yet. Yeah,
All right. So before February,
yeah.
we will we will let you guys know the progress on this. And I think before we officially release it, we can certainly provide this feature to our product pioneers
Yeah,
for
yeah,
testing,
for sure.
right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
This is very crucial for us.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And we have another
Right.
comment from Leonard. We have a pickup with tall wheels, so it's taller than regular vehicles. Yarbo may see underneath it and not realize it shouldn't go there. That should be a user case. Till then, I'm using a no-go zone. So the tall pickup, we have a pickup with tall.
No, just
So
he's
what
just
is it?
saying that the trucks is too high for Yarbo's camera.
Oh, okay, just the wheels on
Yeah,
top
yeah,
of it.
yeah. So
Okay.
again,
Yeah,
That's
this
the user case.
Yeah, that's the common case we are encountering.
Right. And
Is there any
Yeah.
thoughts on that?
Meanwhile, not only is obstacle avoidance because for now we can avoid this obstacle, but it's low efficiency for the snow
Okay.
blowing. So this is another things we have to consider about it because sometimes if Yarbo can obstacle by passing a car, but it's lower in
Take long.
efficiency. It's take a lot of time compared with no go zone. No go zone have a better performance for the
yeah, because for no-go zone, Yarbo would pre-plan the whole
Yeah,
route,
yeah,
the
yeah.
whole path, right? But if it's just some obstacle that pop into the original work plan, Yarbo would have to readjust all the path.
Yeah, so
Based
this
on the
this is one thing. So for the algorithm efficiency part, this is another point we have to consider. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Next question from Everett. Do you need to set up the data center if you only intend to use the rover with the joystick? Nope. If you just want to manually use your Yarbo, you don't have to set up the data center at all.
Yep.
Yeah, you can using
It's just the joystick or
applications or
just
joystick.
manually drive Yarbo.
Yep.
But I mean, you got the Yarbo, you got to set up the data center to get it run autonomously for you, right?
Yeah.
All right. Do we have more on the list?
We have the last one on the list. It's network fluctuation.
Yeah, this has been resolved
Yeah.
for the latest update.
Mhm.
Right.
And yeah, there's no more notifications on that, and we actually have located
Root cause?
a few root causes
Mhm.
actually for the network fluctuation issues, and that was also one of the issues that causes the GPS to win gray out.
Yep.
Right,
Mhm.
and then we are actively hot fixing all those, and so actually the current firmware we just released have addressed one of these causes, right? And think in the next update, not hotfix, but the actual firmware update, it's gonna be in January. So that will completely fix this network fluctuation issues, right?
Okay.
And issues between switching from N-trip to local network. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys, that's all from our list. Any
think-
questions from you guys?
I think
ahead.
some people see the why Yarbo stuck.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, this is the high
Yarbo getting stuck.
why
Yeah.
Yarbo got stuck in
The
the
snow.
snow. So yeah, this is two things. The best approach I can tell you because I test Yarbo a lot in different scenarios. The best approach for that because the auger height or auger housing height that is causing one issue because if your Yarbo is cleaning snow with lift a little bit, you will left some snow behind, right? And in that time the truck will on the cleaning snow on the snow, so that's called the truck sleeping. This is one thing. So my suggestion is based on your driveway, different paper. If it's your gravel driveway, that's this is difficult for the gravel driveway using. So you may want using the snowshoes try to adjust snowshoes a little bit and leave the auger house as much
As low?
as low possible. That's that's one thing. Don't leave the auger housing out high more. And the second thing is try to send the Yarbo go to cleaning the snow as soon as possible when it's snowing days. So if the snow is lower than uh, how can I say it's 5 inches is Yarbo. I think I do believe that Yarbo no issue for the stock for any wheel for, in snowing day. If it's over 5 inches or 10 inches, Yarbo will maybe cause the issue, but cause stock issue. But you have the try to cleaning snow on the perimeter first. Don't so some one of customers said, should I wait the firmware updates? No, just for now, you have to map in your area first, and then when snowing day come, Yarbo will go to cleaning snow. There is no issue. Before, when it's snowing pile up like 12 inches, Yarbo will have trouble to turning. So turning will causing the stock as well. So if you really happen that thing, happen that there's a big snowstorm, then cleaning the turning point, cleaning turning point first, and Yarbo will go cleaning by other parts. And for the next round snowing storm, Yarbo will have no issue. So in conclusion, don't leave the auger heights up more. Second, send Yarbo as soon as possible when snowing day. Third, try to cleaning the perimeter first to reduce the stock by turning.
Okay.
Yep. And meanwhile, we still adjust the algorithm for the out of stock algorithm. For the current firmware, I do believe we fix a lot of corner case for the stock point. Yeah.
Okay. All right. From Everett, thank you so much for this presentation. Can't wait until my unit arrives. And thank you guys for joining the webinar today. And I think in the future we're gonna host more this sessions so we can discuss about Yarbo and go back to the roadmap question. I think the very first one, right?
Yes.
How much can our community affect Yarbo's roadmap?
Yeah, for the roadmap, we have two new product is working on Edge and Trimmer. This we are working to release for next year, and we are considering about add some more like gas
Oh, the attachment.
So some customer curious about the batteries, but I do believe our battery is enough for most of driveway, but some driveway is too long. So we try to add another attachment, but for this is prototype we are testing for now. So the key idea is you can put some gasoline for
Gasoline.
Yeah, get more battery. When Yarbo is working and charging and working and charging, it's lasting for maybe 4 hours, maybe more. So it depends on the auger speed you are setting. So the more less snow, the more lasting time for the Yarbo. And another fun thing we are working on is maybe we're gonna release a live version or heavy version. We are still decide to which one is better. So this is a question I'm gonna ask you in the near future.
In the future.
Yeah, live version or heavy version. So yeah, all the depends on the how to make sure our current stage, our current Yarbo is stable, more stable. Your feedback is value for us.
So that's definitely the much higher priority comparing to innovate anything new, right?
Yep.
All right. Okay. So I think that's everything for today. Thank you guys for joining, and we're gonna host more events like this in the future. Um and they'll ask, I guess, perhaps if there were surveys on Facebook where we could vote. So we would normally do a vote on our Facebook community, and if it is a major decision we have to make, we will also send you guys an email on the um on the topic. I think in the future we can do it through the app
Yeah, sure.
notifications,
Yeah,
right?
we can do that.
Yep. We will be sure to capture your feedback on this.
Need.
All right.
All right.
Okay. Okay. Thank you guys for joining today. And all right. And stay safe. And remember, if you have any questions or you need any assistance, please reach out to support@yarbo.com and we will be there. All right. Thank you guys.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Bye.